Imagine stepping out of a dense, synchronized crowd moving in every direction at once and landing inside a single car speeding down an empty highway. This is the physical reality of moving between India and the United States. That shift changes your relationship with everyone around you. Over time, that distance often turns into a persistent pull between the deep cultural roots you've left behind and the global career opportunities that drew you away. It's tempting to treat this move as a simple math problem, maximizing income and minimizing tax. But relocating strictly for a higher salary often leads to a mismatch with your actual lifestyle needs once you're on the ground. India and the United States operate on two distinct cultural frameworks, essentially different operating systems for life. This chart maps these differences. The horizontal axis measures societal structure, collective to individualistic. The vertical measures life goals, circular traditions to linear milestones. India sits bottom-worfed, optimized for community and circular traditions. The United States occupies the top right, built on individual autonomy and linear personal success. Success in either country depends on which specific friction you are willing to tolerate. To see where you fit, we examine three pillars. First, social safety, next, professional culture, and finally, daily infrastructure. The first pillar is your social and cultural structure. In India, your primary safety net is an extended family network. When you face a personal crisis or financial hardship, this dense web of relatives provides immediate, built-in support. This collective structure naturally flows into wider community participation. Taking part in local traditions and festivals creates a sense of belonging that supports long-term mental well-being. The trade-off is a lack of personal privacy. Living in this system means managing intense societal expectations regarding your career and your personal life. The American model relies on nuclear families and places a high value on individual autonomy. This grants you maximum personal freedom. You can choose any lifestyle or profession with very little judgment from the community around you. But that independence requires an absolute self-reliance. Without the broad family network found in India, you face a higher risk of emotional isolation during difficult times. You have to choose between the warmth and the burden of constant support, or the freedom and the coldness of total independence. The second pillar looks at professional culture and career advancement. American work culture is flat and goal-oriented. Success is dictated by merit and measurable efficiency. The downside is a rigid adherence to schedules and constant pressure to hit the next linear performance milestone. In contrast, the Indian workplace is hierarchy-based and relationship-oriented. This provides more long-term stability and flexibility, but growth often requires navigating complex interpersonal connections and respecting age-based seniority. Advancement depends on the system you're better at, mathematically producing results or successfully navigating human relationships. The third pillar is daily living, the friction of executing basic tasks. India offers high purchasing power for services. Domestic help and local assistance are affordable, which simplifies your life at home. However, the public infrastructure outside your home is often crowded and inconsistent, even as the country modernizes rapidly. In the US, your living costs grant you access to world-class, meticulously planned systems. Infrastructure is organized and services are consistent. Because human labor is so expensive, you have to manage the domestic work yourself. You trade help from others for a heavy reliance on automation. You are choosing between affordable human assistance in a chaotic environment or efficient systems in an isolated one. You cannot cherry-pick between these two worlds. It is impossible to combine the systemic infrastructure of the US with the social warmth of India. This decision tree maps your path based on your primary driver. Prioritize professional autonomy and infrastructure. The US offers uncapped growth if you accept high domestic costs and isolation. Prioritize mental well-being and community. India provides deep connection, accepting systemic inefficiencies and hierarchies. Your choice will likely evolve. What works for a single person in their 20s often changes when they reach 40 and start a family. Objective wealth and facilities don't determine a successful life. It is achieved by matching your geography to the operating system where you feel the most secure.